The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
I guess here's my question. So you weren't...
I'm held to a higher standard than a Pulitzer Prize winner. I'm held to a higher standard than any Pulitzer Prize winner.
I don't hold you to a higher standard. I would hold you to an equal standard.
But you sort of do, Ari, because then what you do is you'll write things that say, because of that thing, which, by the way, I think is ambiguous, it's not a bottom line thing, but because of that, everything James O'Keefe does should be considered a fraud. None of this should be taken seriously. Why does anyone even read anything that happens at Breitbart? That's what you guys write. I get the emails. But do you think you guys have issues with ever, giving things exactly the way it is and being square with the truth? Do you think you lead with the truth at all times?
I think I make an earnest effort to. And
Joel Pollak, would you like to speak to that by any chance?
We can talk about
Joel Pollak is the editor.
First of all, I want to commend you, Ari, for coming in here into an environment where people disagree with you. I think it should happen more often. And I know that you disagree with the conference, and coming here is also...
I don't disagree with the conference.
Okay,
well, you should have conferences.
Great. I agree with that. As editor-in-chief of Breitbart, happy to come to whatever conferences you guys have, whatever left-wing. Andrew used to love going over to Netroots Nation and talking to people. It's good. But you talked about corrections, you talked about accuracy, you talked about smearing people, you talked about smearing, and you said that we smear individuals.
Sure.
This week, you ran an article on your website accusing me of being a birther. Furthermore, you selectively edited from my article, which explicitly disputed the birther thesis and said that Barack Obama was born in Kenya, but that he or his agent had made a mistake, either deliberately or whatever, to put in that 1991 literary pamphlet that he was born in Kenya and raised in Indonesia. Your researchers published an article in a big CPAC rundown, which was meant to discredit me, my organization, this conference. You called me a birther. Now, that is a smear, and I invite you to correct, retract, and publicly apologize right here and now. Set the standard.
We will do no such thing. Here's why.
So just to be clear, you think that Joel Pollak is a birther?
I want to hear him say this. No, I want to hear everything you have to say.
I do not think Joel Pollak's a birther, but...
Where's my apology?
In the context...
Sorry better be the next word out of your mouth. Sorry better be the next word out of your mouth. Just a second.
Okay, we can...
All right.
I want to hear you say publicly, sorry. You just admitted it was wrong. Say sorry and retract it now.
Sorry, Ari.
No, and here's why. You put up that post, which had a clip from 20 years ago, which had what was it? It was put out by a publishing company assistant, right? Mm-hmm. That said Barack Obama of Kenya. You said there were open questions.
Kenya, raised in Hawaii.
You said there were open questions in the thing. I don't.
About what? No, be specific. Don't throw innuendo out there.
No. I don't think you're a birther, but I think you did further birther conspiracies, Joel.
No. There was a note. Just a second. Just a second.
And that is my opinion.
Just a second.
No.
This is what Media Matters does. I watch. You think you click on our website a lot? I click on your website all the time. And there's a Media Matters method. It's this. You make a statement in the headline that is not proven in the article. The lefties to whom you sell, excuse me, I listened to you. The lefties to whom you sell your material or distribute your material don't care about the proof, they care about the headline. So you put in that headline that I'm a birther, and even though you admit I'm not a birther, you then throw out the innuendo that I said there were open questions. I did no such thing about his birthplace. I did no such thing. And in fact, at the beginning of the article, the senior management of our company, the CEO and the chairman of the board, put 2 paragraphs saying, or however many paragraphs it was, they put paragraphs saying, Andrew Breitbart was not a birther, he did not believe Barack Obama was born, and specifically in the article I said that this has nothing to do with the authenticity of his birth certificate. It was a story which was interesting and newsworthy because why? Because it shows the origin of the birther conspiracy. This started with the Clinton camp. Hang on a second. I said it many times on television and on radio. You can go back and look. The Clinton camp started with the birther thing before conservatives even ever heard about it because there were rumors and so on and so forth. My hypothesis, as I said many times in discussing this article, was that because this agent had put it out and only taken it down in 2007 when Barack Obama started running for president, they continued this era for 16 years. Again, it says nothing about the authenticity. I said Barack Obama is born in Hawaii, showed his birth certificate. There shouldn't have ever been a question about it. I said that not just then, I said it in 2009, writing in the American Thinker. You can go back. I said this is wrong for conservatives to believe. I said it myself before I came to Breitbart. This article disputed the birther thesis, but told a story about a specific document, okay? You've admitted that I'm not a birther. You want to tar me. You want to tar my organization. I want to hear you.
To look for the post, and I'm getting a 404.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you say, sorry, you are not a birther. Now let's have a debate about real issues.
See the headline in Google?
We didn't take your post down.
All right, something weird's
Okay,
going
something weird's
on.
going
over
on.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
has he proven his case that he's not a birther?
I said straight up when he said, do I think he's a birther personally? No. Do I think he furthered birther conspiracies?
So why are you
Yes.
smearing me? You're talking about smearing individuals. I heard what you said up
All right.
there. Why are you smearing me as a birther? You admit I'm not
I
one.
think furthering birther conspiracies is just as bad, Joe.
So are you saying I'm a birther?
Joe, we already went back and forth. I don't think you're a birther, but I think you furthered.
Then you, sir, I'm sorry, I commend your courage. It takes a lot of courage to come in here and debate, but that's not what you're doing. You, sir, are a liar.
Okay.
And background checks, yeah, I guess to learn more about a person's thinking and associations and intentions. More background checks. Dandy idea, Mr. President. Should have started with yours.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.